Welcome to the Breadwinner Energy Podcast. I'm your host, Tay Daniels. I am a breadwinner. I'm a wife, I'm a mother, and I'm a multi-six-figure, multi-business owning woman, helping women just like you step into your CEO shoes, break generational curses, hold boundaries, stop people pleasing, build your first profitable group coaching offer, and build your first multi-six-figure business while you are working less than ever so that you get to spend more time in your real life, more time offline while still making multi-six figures as a business owner. A former Hooters girl, an iced coffee obsessed woman living in the Midwest and just making impact all over the world, helping women like you change your life and become the breadwinner. So tune in every single week where I am dropping all my knowledge on life, motherhood, mindset, and business. Let's get into the podcast. Welcome back to another episode of the Breadwinner Energy Podcast. Hello. Usually we drop podcast episodes on Mondays. However, I am hosting a free live workshop on Tuesday morning. And so I wanted to drop this episode a day early so that you guys could get into the free masterclass. Click the link below, and I'm going to be talking about how to create content that actually converts in 3 steps. In this class, I am going to deep dive into creating content that actually converts community, converts into clients, converts into cash. I'm going to be giving you my action-packed steps. And if you guys know me, I am not the type of person that likes to waste time, mine or yours. And so I'm never going to do a masterclass where I just talk about myself and my success and my story, as well as my clients' success and stories, and then just sell you, because again, that's a waste of everyone's time. And I love to jam pack all of my classes, whether that's in the membership, in our monthly calls, whether that's my free masterclasses, whether that's in my coaching programs. I love to just pack them full of information for you, because why not, first of all, but also, why would you ever work with me if you came to a free masterclass and I didn't actually give you value? So click the link below, get into the free masterclass. We're going to be talking about creating content that actually converts. And I'm not talking about reels, and I'm not talking about the useless nonsense that you find online about content. I'm actually going to break down what this looks like for you. So click the link below and register today. We're going to be live on Tuesday at 9 a.m. CST. And then after the class, you're going to have 5 days access to the replay. You're also going to get a bonus for coming live, which is our content prompts that you can use to create your own value, your own action-packed content. And then you're also going to get a special bonus as well for attending live, but that's a secret. So click the link below, register. It's completely free. Tuesday morning, join us live. Join my Zoom room. I'm going to teach you everything that I know about creating content, and we're going to pack that hour full. There's going to be a live Q&A. You can get coached if you would like. You can ask any questions, and you're going to know exactly what to post online after this call. Okay, let's get into today's episode. Before I hit my first 100K year, I spent 5 years, exactly 5 years, throwing spaghetti at the wall and hoping something would magically happen. And looking back, that was absolutely insane, because why was I so stubborn? Why did I not just hire a coach? Why did I not invest in myself? It's mind-blowing. But I always like to say, you don't know what you don't know. But the thing is, I actually did know. That's the worst part about it. I knew that what I was doing wasn't working. I knew that I didn't know how to get to the next step, and still refused to invest high ticket. When I'm talking about investing in yourself to get to that next level, to make your first 6 figures, I am not talking about courses. I am not talking about memberships. I am not talking about free things. I am not talking about low paid, low ticket offers. And the reason I'm not talking about those things is because those are only information. And so if you have been investing in courses and memberships and low ticket items because you're not willing to put in a significant amount of money to a coach or a mentor or a program, you're likely just getting a lot of information, but you're not getting a transformation. You're not getting to that next level. And so then you're continuously in this cycle of, well, I've invested before and it didn't work. So I'm going to call bullshit on that because that does not count. Yes, it is good to invest low ticket courses, memberships, what have you in the beginning and get information if you don't know information. But if you're at the point where you're like, I know information, I just need the strategy, I need the next step, I need the accountability, I need someone hands-on helping me understand what I'm missing, you need to hire a coach and a mentor, and it has to be a higher ticket program. And when I say higher ticket, I would say like $5,000 to $10,000 depending on where you're at. So for my programs, for instance, if you joined Coach School, you're going to get a full year for $2,500 of weekly coaching and daily Slack coaching. But then when you're ready to make $100K and join Academy, you're going to get 12 months of hands-on coaching where we're together like 6 to 8 times a month, plus daily Slack coaching. And we're doing this next level hands-on strategy. We're doing retreats and workshops, and we're really hands-on in your business in the nitty-gritty. But for an entire year, you're paying right under $7,000. But to pay $7,000 one time to make $100,000 is a no-brainer. But the reason it has to be this level is because first and foremost, programs that are not at that level, meaning investment-wise, you can kind of just determine based on the price and what's included, what you're going to get out of it, right? So I would never go into a $2,000 program and expect to be a 6-figure CEO or to walk out of that program a millionaire. Like I'm never going to expect that because that's unrealistic. And so if I knew that I wanted to hit my first 6 figures, I had to really invest in a way that I knew I was going to show up, invest in a way that I knew I was going to do the work. I was going to put everything on the line to be there and work really hard and to implement strategies and to take massive action. And that for me was that first $10,000 program that I joined. Now, for some of you, you're like, well, I don't have that money. Neither did I, right? But we can always find or come up with money. So most coaches have payment plans, but also there's Stripe Capital, there's PayPal Credit, there's credit cards, there's friends, there's family. There's a million ways to find a way to invest if you really want to, because you know you're going to make that money back. If you go into a program thinking, I'm going to spend this money and hope that it works versus saying, I'm going to do whatever it takes to invest in this program and get in there and do the work and show up for my business because I know I'm going to make this money back times 10, times 3, times 5, it then becomes a way different ballgame. And so I'm never going to tell you what to do with your finances, right? Or how you're going to invest. But I am going to tell you that next level that you're seeking is going to come from a next level investment, and it's going to be uncomfortable. It is not going to feel good. It's not going to feel safe. It's not going to feel like, oh, for sure, I can easily part with this amount of money and feel nothing. It's not going to come from that place, right? And so if you're wanting that next level, don't be stubborn like me and wait 5 years when you know what you've been doing isn't working, right? If you don't have a clue what to do, you have no idea what that strategy looks like, you're not holding yourself accountable, and you know that what you're doing isn't working, it is time to invest high level. It is time to invest high ticket if you truly want to be at that next level. And you truly want to take it serious, right? Like you take business serious. When I'm talking to my audience, I'm always talking to women who want to take this serious, meaning you want this to either be your full-time career, you want to make 6 and multi-6 figures, this is your life's mission and purpose, and you're not just trying to get rich quick. This isn't just a get rich quick scheme, right? Otherwise, I would not have been in business for 5 years waiting to get to that next level, or I wouldn't have stuck it out for 5 years before hitting 6 figures. So just knowing that no matter how long it takes, whether that's 6 months, whether that's 6 years, that you are committed to doing this because this is the work that you want to do. This is truly what you want to do with your life. And so before you hit 6 figures, there's so many things I'm going to tell you guys that you don't need. You don't need to do. You don't need to waste your time on. You don't need to focus on. And I made these mistakes really early on in business of always being busy, but never doing things that moved the needle. Like I was always busy. I was doing client work. I was tweaking websites and copy and changing my niche. Like I was doing everything but making sales and money. And so I'm going to tell you all the things that you don't actually need, because in reality, before your first 6 figures, less is more. And I know for a lot of you, that concept is mind-blowing. For a lot of our students, they're like, I need to do things. I need to be busy. I need to be doing this and I need to be doing that and what have you. But in reality, you need to be doing less of the things that don't make you money. So what are those things? Ads and paid marketing, right? You do not need ads and paid marketing. And I would even say after six figures. And multi six figures, you don't need ads and paid marketing. I don't run ads. I don't pay for marketing. I don't pay for press and publications. All the publications I've ever done have been for free, and all the promotion has been organic. And so I truly don't believe you need paid ads or marketing. You don't need a fancy website. You just don't. And for all of my women here who are coaches or becoming coaches, we talk about this in group coach school, is that you're going to need some kind of platform that has at baseline a place to hold your course for your program, your framework for your program, and a community. So I always suggest Kajabi. And the reason I suggest Kajabi is because I obviously use it, but because before I used Kartra and I used Teachable, and they just didn't have all the functionalities that Kajabi has. And so it's better to pay a little bit more money when Kajabi is going to give you a website, landing pages, checkout pages, podcast. You can put your courses in there, your programs in there. You can have your free community in there. Like there's literally every single thing that you need in Kajabi. I made the mistake of starting with Teachable and moving to Kartra because it was significantly cheaper. And then when I did have to move over to Kajabi, it was a nightmare moving everything over. And so I always just say, pick that one platform that's you're going to grow with, right? So that's going to cover the website, the landing pages, the checkout pages, the way that you get paid, your funnels, your emails, your podcast, it's going to cover every single thing that you need. And so instead of piecing everything together and trying to pay for Zoom or pay for Circle or Mighty Networks for your community, pay for a podcast platform, pay for email, pay for a website, pay for landing pages, pay for sales pages, you just get it all in one, right? So maybe it is a little bit more money per month, but it's just a fee of $199 a month versus if you were to string all those platforms together, you might even pay more, right? Okay, you don't need a funnel or an intricate funnel. This is so not necessary. And the thing is too, you can make a funnel really, really simple, meaning that they come to a landing page and they either fill out the form, that's like if it's free, their name and their email, or they check out. Maybe it's low ticket, high ticket, whatever. From there, you send them an email or a series of emails, right? That is a funnel, but you don't need when you're first starting, especially if you're trying to hit your first six figures, you don't need to worry about the bells and whistles and all of the very intricate funnels and upsells and downsells. You don't need that. Freebies. You can honestly get away with either having no freebies or one. And I tell all of our students, just create one really good freebie that's maybe a free mini course that you actually put a lot of time and energy and effort into, and use that as the funnel to get people into your community and become clients, and also use that when you're exchanging for collaborations, because I do think that collaborations is going to be the biggest way to grow your list, to grow your audience, grow your community. It's the quickest organic growth, and you're going to have to exchange something, right? And typically if you do go into let's say a podcast interview, or you go into someone's community and teach, they're going to ask you to provide something free value to their audience. But what better way than to provide something free that is so value packed that people are I can only imagine what it's like to work with her if I'm getting all of this for free. So for example, my free six-figure offer mini course, it is 5 hours of training, 5 hours for free. And I deep dive into every piece of finding your niche, building your offer, selling in those 5 hours. And I also put in a private podcast. You can listen to it on the go, and it's completely free. We've had over 500 leads come through that offer, and many of them have converted into students because they were this was mind-blowing, right? One free mini course that I created a year ago that I'm still using today in all of my collaborations. So really, you just need one really good one. Stop trying to give away for free templates and downloads and PDFs. Not only do people forget about them, don't take action from them, but they're also not getting to know you on a coaching perspective. They're not seeing how you coach, how you show up, how you talk. They're not learning anything about you. They're just getting a piece of information from you, right? And so we want to set this freebie up in a way that makes sense for them to take the next step. All right, the next one is a team. You 100% do not need a team before six figures. And if you do, I would hire maybe 1 or 2 contractors, being maybe something for a specialty, or having an assistant or an operations manager. You don't need a bunch of paid platforms for tech, right? So that's another one that we just kind of talked about with Kajabi is maybe just having like 1 or 2 platforms like Canva and Kajabi. You could literally build a 6-figure business with those 2 platforms alone. You don't need much more than that. And so I want all of you to stop focusing on all of these things that 6 and 7-figure business owners are doing because it is not going to move the needle for you. 6 and 7-figure business owners have wildly different strategies because the strategy you need from 0 to 6 figures is different than 6 to multi 6 figures, right? And so trying to post like a 6 and 7-figure CEO does or coach does and say like, link in my bio or DM me for details, that is not going to work for you. And the reason it's not going to work for you is because you have not set up your audience. You have not prepped and primed your audience to buy from you that way, right? You're still in the process of building awareness and building authority and building community when the 6 and 7-figure business owners have already done this, right? I've already built authority. I've already built awareness. I have already built a community. And because of that, I don't have to post or create content or show up in the same way that I would if I wasn't yet to 6 figures. Before I was at 6 figures, I had to do a lot of free things. I had to do a lot of like creating awareness first to be able to build up this audience. So if you're trying to just like post and pray that people are going to buy and say like link in my bio and hope that that works, it's not going to. It's going to get you crickets and then you're going to feel like, why doesn't this work for me? So recently, I sat down and said, you know what is like the bare minimum things that my clients need to do every day and every week to make 100K happen and happen quickly for them, right? And I would say quickly, meaning like maybe 6 to 12 months, which is why our program is 12 months. But what are those bare minimum steps they only need to focus on and nothing else so that you can hit your first 6 figures? So I came up with our 5C framework, which is content, conversations, community, clients, and cash. This is my signature framework for a 100K Academy program. And every single step works together. You cannot miss a step. You cannot skip a step. You cannot leave a step out. They all work together. These 5 steps will be exactly what you need to hit your first 6 figures. And so Tuesday, I'm saying tomorrow because I always think that this is dropping on Monday. Tuesday, we're going to be doing content, which is step 1 of the 5C framework, and I'm going to be giving it to you for free. I'm going to give you step 1 of 5 completely for free in this masterclass of how to start with content. So in our academy, what we focus on is the 5 C's and then putting them all together. And then every single day and week, checking off each 5C: content, conversations, community, clients, cash. That is literally all you need to hit your first 6 figures. So click the link below, join my free masterclass. You are not going to regret it. I'm going to jam-pack that thing full. And then I also want you to come live so you can get the content prompts, and then you'll get that replay access for 5 days, and you'll get a special offer just for joining, okay? So if you're not at your first 6 figures, remember, you don't need a fancy website, paid ads, paid marketing, an intricate funnel, a bunch of freebies, a team, a bunch of paid platforms and tech, and you definitely don't need to be posting like a 6 and 7-figure business owner. You need to start with building awareness, authority, and community. Okay, I will see you all Tuesday morning. Join me live, and I'm going to be breaking down how to create content that actually converts.